If you thought the Chargers were sitting quietly in free agency, think again. A surprise move on the offensive line is shaking things up for Justin Herbert, and it might spell the end for a longtime veteran. Jim Harbaugh is putting his stamp on this team with an aggressive, calculated approach, and this new addition could be a game-changer. But will this signing actually fix the protection issues or just stir up more controversy? And that's not all. One major cut could be coming soon. So sit back, hit that like button, and let's get into it. The Chargers have finally made a move that could transform Herbert's protection, and it wasn't just any signing. The team locked in a 2-year deal with Mekhi Becton, a towering presence on the offensive line, fresh off a strong season with the Eagles. This is exactly the kind of reinforcement the Chargers needed after struggling with interior pressure all last season. But was this the right move, or could it bring some unexpected risks? If there was one thing that became painfully obvious in 2024, it's that Herbert cannot keep taking the kind of punishment he did last year. The interior O-line was a disaster, disrupting both the passing game and the run attack. That's where Becton comes in, tasked with bringing stability and power to Harbaugh's offense. Mekhi Becton isn't just some random pickup. He was a first-round pick by the Jets in 2020, but injuries derailed his time in New York. Everything changed when he landed in Philly. Under legendary O-line coach Jeff Stoutland, Becton was moved inside to guard, and that switch turned his career around. He started 15 games, helped the Eagles dominate in the trenches, and played a key role in their Super Bowl run. Now he's coming to Los Angeles to lock down that same position in Harbaugh's system. At 6'7" and 365 pounds, Becton is one of the most physically imposing linemen in the league. His presence alone could be a game-changer, giving Herbert much-needed protection while also creating lanes for the ground game. And his versatility could give the Chargers new options with their blocking schemes. But here's the big question. Can Becton keep up the level of play he had in Philly? Or will his injury history come back to haunt him in L.A.? The impact of this signing is massive. For Herbert, it means more time in the pocket and fewer hits. For Harbaugh, it's another step in rebuilding the offensive front. But here's the twist. This move might be setting the stage for a big departure, and the name on the chopping block might surprise you. And this wasn't even the most shocking news of the day. If signing Mekhi Becton was a surprise, the next move could shake up the roster even more. With the O-line reshaping, a longtime Charger could be on his way out, and the numbers don't lie. Cutting this player could free up $75 million in cap space. We're talking about Trey Pipkins III, who might be in his final days as a Charger. Fans have been speculating about his departure all offseason, and now it's looking inevitable. Pipkins has been on nearly every cut candidate list, but the team held on to him out of necessity. Now, with Becton stepping in at guard and Bradley Bozeman returning to center, it's hard to see a path where Pipkins stays. And honestly, the most likely answer is no. Pipkins was moved inside to guard in 2024 after years as a tackle, and let's be real, it was a disaster. His transition was rough, and the numbers prove it. According to PFF, he ranked 86th out of 135 guards in the league last season. For a team looking to build a rock-solid O-line for Herbert, keeping a below-average performer at that price tag just doesn't make sense. And it's not just about his play. The Chargers' plan for the O-line is becoming clearer by the day. Along with Becton and Bozeman, Harbaugh is expected to shift Zion Johnson to center, meaning the entire interior is getting a makeover. That leaves Pipkins as the odd man out. The only argument for keeping him, depth. He does have experience at both tackle and guard, but is it worth nearly $7 million for a backup? The Chargers aren't in a full-on cap crunch, but Harbaugh and his front office have made one thing clear. They're not throwing money around carelessly. Just look at the recent cuts, including major names like Joey Bosa. The priority is restructuring for long-term success. So now the big question, should the Chargers cut Pipkins to free up cap space? Or does he deserve another shot as a depth piece? One thing's for sure. The Chargers are heading in a new direction under Jim Harbaugh. The signing of Mekhi Becton could be a major turning point, giving Herbert the protection he desperately needs. But this move also puts Trey Pipkins III in a tough spot, and a release could be coming any day now. The question is, will this revamped O-line be enough to elevate the Chargers to the next level? What do you think, Bolt fam? Was signing Becton the right move? Should Pipkins get one more chance? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bolt up.